Hello, I am Professor Vishala Patnam. At the outset, I would like to wish you all a very happy Women's Day. This episode is not just for women, it is for parents, teachers, and the students of all levels, from high school to university. As I will be talking, I'll be showing few slides and the pictures of my life. From 7th standard only I have, so I'll be showing it. Just to make the presentation very interesting, more realistic and effective for both girls and boys empowerment. Because unless and until we improve ourselves, we cannot perform, we cannot achieve, and also we cannot guide others. I thought first I should give you a brief introduction of me from my childhood, then get on to the points which I felt necessary to enhance oneself, to become successful and lead quality and contented life. I hail from Nandikotkur, Kurnool district, Andhra Pradesh. I was born on 22nd October 1959. When I was born, our family was affluent family. Daddy had all kinds of business. As I am the last born, I had 7 elder siblings, 5 elder sisters and 2 elder brothers. Out of them, 2 have passed away. I studied in Telugu medium from Balwadi to BSc Home Science. Nowadays it is referred as Community Science. From school education to university education, I studied in government schools and colleges. That is why the expenditure on my education was very less. I was a premature baby and after birth immediately suffered from chicken pox too. Sometimes the doctors used to tell our parents that I may not survive, and if at all I survive, I may not be a fully developed child because of malnutrition due to the infection. Due to the excellent care taken by parents and my elder siblings, as well as by the doctors, I improved very fast in infancy. Later on, gained all the developmental milestones appropriate to the age. I studied in Telugu medium right from Balwadi to BSc Home Science. This is the first picture of our family taken in 1971. These are all my elder siblings. The first house which you saw is our colony in the Taluka place. After the schooling timings, we used to go to the shops and our factory to help our parents. We used to play a lot even in the shops and factory too. So we were a closely knit family. Parents used to pay attention to the time management and activity management of all of us. That is why all the children were well disciplined led simple living and very contented life. Our father wanted all the daughters and sons to study till standard 10th with sincerity and later to take up one of his businesses so that we can lead independent life. We need not work under somebody, and also we can provide employment to others. That was his goal. That is why my 6 elder siblings did not go for higher education. They helped in business and subsequently got married and well settled with their families. My third sister and I went for higher education. She became headmistress and later got retired as regional education officer. After completion of MSc, I came to Parbani in Feb 1981 and took up the job of assistant professor in human development in College of Home Science, Marathwada Agriculture University. That time the name was, later it is extended as Vasantarao Naik Marathwada Agricultural University. Right from childhood, our parents taught us to oblige the orders given by the good teachers and good relatives. As I was very obedient and a sincere student, I was liked by all the teachers at all levels of education. In agricultural university, the professors are expected to do research, extension education, besides teaching UG and PG students. That is why working in agricultural university enhanced my personality. All the higher authorities used to appreciate my sincere efforts and also used to encourage me to do better in life and career. That is why I got most of the prestigious professional recognitions as well as regional and state level awards. Our family always valued the culture of the families than their caste and creed. That is why all of us had arranged marriages, intra-state and intercaste marriages. Therefore, I was also married into a Maharashtrian Brahmin family who are basically Gandhians. My husband was a civil advocate but more inclined to do the social service. We are blessed with a daughter, Kiran. She completed higher education with flying colors, working in MNC and well settled at Bombay after marriage. As my husband was interested in social work, I had to empower myself and take up the role of father too in upbringing the daughter. I had retired in June 2018. When I look back at life, I feel very happy looking at the quality life I led, the contributions I made, both in personal and career life. It is not only you are developing, you let many students and many clients, many children develop in that process. I thought I should take up the lessons what I learned from my life so that it will be just guiding principles for others to go ahead in life. Key things one has to note for self enhancement are given as A to H alphabetically. A is ambition, assertiveness, positive attitudes, action oriented, affection, actualization of self, accommodative, alternatives. B, brave, well behaved, balanced diet and routine. C, competency, concepts, communication skills, creativity, contentment. D, discipline, dedication, and determination. E, energy, efficiency, empathy, egalitarian, and ethical. F, failures or opportunities, friends circle. G, gratefulness, generosity, goal oriented, good sartorial sense. H, habits, health, honesty, humor, humility, being human. Now let me explain each alphabet qualities or traits one should have. One should have ambition. First, we should have an ambition to become a good human being, to be a best daughter, ambition to be a best son. Later, other roles automatically we play well. So, having ambition is very, very important. It is like fuel, it keeps us running. Being assertive is very important. Assertive means not giving up our values, our habits. When you are holding good values, good habits, and when you have good goals, don't easily give up because you have to sacrifice for others' sake. Here it is very, very important. If you have to go for higher education and if somebody in the family resists it, you have to convince them, just like when I had to convince my father at 12th standard. So if we are assertive that I have to seek higher education, so no matter whatever comes in your way, you have to convince that person why you have set that goal and why that goal is very useful to you for self-enhancement. Having positive attitudes are very important. Positive attitude, when we have, things move easily. We also move on. Otherwise, we keep regretting it and we stay back and we keep our mind on the negatives and we don't go ahead. So, positive attitudes always help us. It do not change the environment, but it makes you to move on. To move on in life is very important. Action oriented behavior, not just setting goals and being assertive and having positive attitude. If one does not take action, things do not happen. So that is a major crux for self-enhancement. We had to act upon, whether it is about studies, whether it is about your health, whether it is about doing any work with good quality, one has to take proper action. So in this behavior, you must have time sense and work sense. At what time and what type of work has to be done. Having affection for others and the things around, whether they are birds, animals, plants, just little bit taking care of them is very important. When we are affectionate to others, that makes us very happy because love begets love, care begets care. So when we are affectionate to others, they also try to take care of us. So when we are affectionate to others, that when you do good things, those good things make you feel happy. Because you are happy, you can focus on your work. The work you do also will be better quality. So having affection for others, for the things around you, does not cut down your time, but in fact it increases your productive time. So whenever we are affectionate, that day we feel very happy. That happiness makes you having good zeal to work well. Actualization of self is so important. Either you have to go for professional assessment or take very reliable people in your life to give the right feedback. Otherwise, what happens is, if you just follow others' compliments, many people try to not to hurt you. That is why they keep giving you positive remarks and positive compliments, but that will not help in self-actualization. Self-actualization is one must know what is the worthiness of oneself. So here you need reliable people's feedback or a scientific process of going yourself to a clinic and getting yourself assessed, and whether your abilities and capacities are matching to your goals, what you have set for you. Being accommodative is very, very important. Small adjustments. Accommodation is not just sacrificing everything, it is just adjusting, temporarily adjusting to the things. So, being accommodative also makes you to move on easily. Having alternatives for every simple problem, difficulty, or lacuna, you to cover up that, you must have to think for alternatives. For example, if the milkman has not come, whether you can go and buy milk, or whether you can be happy with your honey and hot water, or just hot water or lime water. Or if the servant has not come, then can you think of work sharing and role exchange in the families, so that the things can be done. So for every problem, one has to find so many alternatives, good alternatives. Generally, for every problem may be one, but the solutions can be many. That is why thinking of good alternatives is very, very important in life. B stands for braveness. One should be brave, whether it is a girl or a boy, whether it is a man or a woman. One should be brave enough to do our routine things, to take important decisions. One should be brave enough, but at the same time, we also must take calculative risks. Don't get influenced by the timid people. One should have good behavior. Good behavior always creates less problems. So when we behave well with others, most of our problems get solved. So focus on your behavior. Have balanced diet. Balanced diet is just like a petrol or a fuel in a vehicle. If you don't have vehicle, then it's okay. But you have vehicle but you don't have fuel, then it is as good as not having a vehicle. So good diet, balanced diet is very, very important. Pay attention to the natural food so that you maintain good health. So diet is very, very important. Take time to prepare food. Take time to have the food also is very important. Having balanced routine. Your work schedules, you must have in between some leisure, that during leisure time you can do other unimportant things or important things. Just change the routine things. That is very important. There should be balance between serious work and lighter work, sitting work and moving work. Routine, that routine should be, there should be enough work balance between work, recreation, and rest. Evenings going for walks are very important. So there has to be some delicate and good balance between work and enjoyment, or work and rest or recreation. Okay? First C stands for competency. One must have abilities and capacities to do the age expected, role expected, and career expected work. So, for discharging any work responsibilities, one should have competency. So that one has to assess and one has to make a deliberate attempt to improve upon it. Having right concept about oneself, about others, about the work, responsibilities, about the environment, about your job, everything, having right concepts are very, very important. Communication skills, both oral and written, matter a lot in doing any work. That reduces your time, stress, as well as energy. So, have best communication skills. One cannot attain just with increasing age. No, one has to make deliberately an attempt to improve communication skills every year. It also talks about vocabulary building, how to express ourselves to others, and in written form and in oral form, how to have discussion on any issues in the family or in the office. For that also, how to express it, one should have proper understanding and communication skills for it. So to have good communication skills, our listening skills also are very important. If we improve our listening skills, automatically our communication skills also improve. So in the communication skills, we also should focus on learning all the important and related languages. One should have creativity. Another C stands for creativity. Creativity helps us to find out solutions and to do better work, and also to have joy. Whenever we do good work, automatically you feel happy, and others also feel happy and they give compliments to you. So creativity is very, very important. Never neglect your creativity. Contentment. One should not be greedy. Whatever your expectations, whatever your capacities, you have to work to match up to that. Not just relaxing and being happy with your low quality life. So contentment should be there, but it should not lead to unhappiness. It should not lead to self-degradation, family degradation, career degradation, institution degradation. So, and also to the laziness. One should not be greedy, but one should feel happy with what you achieve, what you have in life, and later make an effort to improve upon that. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is having control over the things, over the mind, over your work, over your behavior. So when we are disciplined, we feel happy, we make other people happy. So always discipline is, it is just like an invisible thread, guards us, guides us. So self-discipline, social discipline always is very, very important. It makes you and others also happy, and it is comfortable to everyone. Discipline. Dedication. When we say dedication, it is beyond the time, beyond your work, beyond your responsibility, not just seeing what am I as a daughter, as an officer, what are my responsibilities, little bit beyond that. If when you do, things will feel better, the things and people feel happy about it. So when you want to be an extraordinary person, extraordinary achiever, one has to have dedication. Dedication demands for extra effort, giving extra time, giving extra energy for that work. One should have determination. What are your set goals in life? Once that determination is there, then it is easy for you to reach the goal of the day. First, reach the goal of the day, then tomorrow, month, year, like that. So, step by step. So, determination is not just for the whole life, it is for the day. Today, you are determined to do these activities today. If it is not possible, then make it up for tomorrow or day after tomorrow. But that should be finished. Energy, mental and physical energy are very, very important to perform better. That also increases our efficiency. When we are efficient, things move on. Within the less time, we can do better work with good quality. So, efficiency. For having efficiency, we must have common sense. All our five senses must act actively, efficiently. So, efficiency comes from our all five senses. You should listen carefully, you should observe carefully, you should talk carefully, you should eat carefully, you should do things carefully, you should touch things carefully. So all these things are very, very important. So focus on efficiency so that you can reduce the time spent on the work, and that can be diverted to your favorite activities like recreation or rest. Once that efficiency increases, you get time for rest and recreation. Having empathy. Empathetic feelings are very important. Putting ourselves in the shoes of others. If I am that person, how do I feel? What do I expect? So that is very, very important. Whether it is a parent or a child or a business person or a professional, when they have empathy, they perform better because they get to know what the other person's expectations from them and from their work. Having egalitarian attitudes, even though today is Women's Day, everybody must celebrate. So that egalitarian attitude is men and women are equal, boys and girls are equal, and only certain things may be different. Their interests may vary, their capacities in certain things may vary, but nobody is lesser than the other person. So that type of egalitarian attitude is very, very important in career. Especially women also should have egalitarian attitude towards men, and even same way vice versa. For men also they must have egalitarian attitude, behavior towards women when they are working with them. Having ethical values are very important. When we have ethical values, when we have discipline, most of the things fall at right place. F, failures are our opportunities. Whenever we fail in doing even an assignment, a script making, that failure we have to question that our effort, what we have put, is not enough or it is not in the right way. So that will enable us to improve ourselves. So we have to look upon failures not as frustrating things, but as stepping stones for your success. Friend circle is very, very important. They influence our behavior, mind, values, sometimes more than the family and more than your own self. That is why be selective while choosing friends, while making friends, and whoever the good friends are, they give them space, give them freedom, never depend on them too much, or you don't expect other friends also to depend too much on you. Be grateful to others. Remember the people in the family and outside the family who have helped you in need, and thank them wholeheartedly. And also remember to help them when they are in need. Generosity. Sometimes you have to sacrifice certain things in certain situations. So sometimes we must learn to be generous in sharing things and giving up things. Goal oriented. One should never leave the goal while doing the work. What is the important goal of the office or the school, college on that day? Anything, unimportant things should not come in that way. Any other important thing is there, then it is okay. Otherwise, one has to keep in mind the goal of the day, goal of the month, goal of the year, and goal of the life when dealing with others and while doing the work. Having good sartorial sense, good dressing sense is very important. It should be decent and should not distract others. Whether it is a male or a female individual, your dressing sense should be decent and it should be more professional. Alphabet in the list is H, habits. We have to inculcate and we have to imbibe good and healthy habits. Our habits determine our quality of life, our performance, our achievements. That is why we have to give priority to the good and healthy habits. Health, mental and physical health, both are very important. Both affect each other. Our mental health affects the physical health affects the mental health. In general, our health status is influenced by the diet we take, the type of rest we take, the kind of competencies we have related to our jobs, the people around us influence it a lot. So we have to take care of capacity building, taking care of people around us, try to avoid the bad company so that will not affect your mental health. So we have toxic people around us in the family, outside the family. You have to try to ignore them in a graceful way. Being honest. Being honest means we must know what are our roles and responsibilities, discharge those responsibilities with utmost care and sincerity. One must enjoy jokes and light behavior, jovial behavior of others. You can crack intellectual and sensible jokes, but when you are enjoying, our laugh should not disturb and irritate others. We have to take care of the laugh's loudness. Being human is a process and it is a journey. So, when we have all above other qualities, automatically we behave like a human being. So, care for A to H qualities and traits in you. In a nutshell, in this slide, I would like to tell you that follow your interest and passion and never give it up. Be relevant in your values, in your capacities, in your behavior, in your communication skills. Take responsibility of your own decisions. In case of shortcomings, don't get upset. Set your mind to cope up with it. by finding out worthy alternatives. Express and communicate freely with your loved ones on the things that make you happy as well as unhappy. Take utmost care of your physical and mental health. Update your knowledge and skills in the related areas of your roles and responsibilities. Be brave and prepare yourself for taking calculated risks whenever you do new and unconventional things. Be positive, be assertive, be socio-emotionally mature, stay away from unproductive and negative people, be good and get involved in creative developmental ventures, be ready to accept new and variety of tasks and responsibilities for your self-enhancement. Self-enhancement of a woman or a man, a girl or a boy is essential for getting success, leading quality life. Self-enhancement is crucial for one's success, for leading quality, healthy and contented life. That is why whether it is a man or a woman, a boy or a girl, everyone must focus on self-improvement. I wish everyone a very happy, healthy and prosperous future. Stay safe, stay healthy and focus on self-enhancement to contribute better to the family, to the society and to the job you have taken up in your life. Self-enhancement can reduce many problems the families, society and the nation facing. So let us value self-enhancement. The value of a value has a value if it is valued by you. I am sure everyone try to enhance their self for better living. If an individual enhances his or herself, they can influence at least 3 to 4 generations. Their generation, their children, their grandchildren, and if they live longer, even their great-grandchildren. Therefore, self-enhancement of all the individuals can be the best solution for any kind of problem the nation is facing today.